My research focuses on students with EBD, and I focus mostly on their academic outcomes. Students with emotional and behavioral disorders are often very resistant. Building a relationship with students is the most important thing. And one of the ways you build relationships as a teacher is you give kids engaging instruction. The kids, they miss out on a lot of instruction because they are punished for their disability. They are removed from the classroom, they're sent to the office, they're expelled, they're suspended, whatever it might be. They don't know how to do this. Now they're in 8th or 9th grade and they're reading at a 2nd or 3rd grade level. They can't write very well. The acronym that my mentor taught me was, she called WIFM. And it's what's in it for me. And if you have to answer the WIFM for students, a student has to sit there and say, what's in this for me? One of the biggest things when we talk about SRSD is self-monitoring, that kids can monitor their own progress, and kids can sit there and they can track how well they're doing. And when they can see that, I think that's really reinforcing to keep them engaged with the instruction. When we went to this school, it's a residential treatment center for youth with emotional and behavioral disorders. These are really a tough group of kids. Students who they'd been through a lot, abuse, neglect, a lot of them have been trafficked, so a really tough population. And so the teacher in our study, Lucy, had been a teacher for many years, but not trained to teach writing, and was a science teacher. She had a background in music education. I said, all right, got this new training online that's going to take you through all the steps. It's self-paced, it's got built-in assessments so you can see how well you're doing. It's got a lot of options in there for you to kind of personalize this learning experience. And over the next few weeks, she went through the training and she was off and running and she was nailing it. She said that she loved the model because it wasn't hard to learn and it was easy to implement, and she saw the students engaging. And she took this as a science teacher and was able to get these kids writing well and writing a lot and enjoying it. Looking at their baselines, some of them were just writing curse words to us on the paper. Sometimes they were writing something totally different, or they would just write a couple of words. And by the end, seeing students who were writing articulate, well put together, persuasive responses. And we had a student in that study who had an emotional disturbance special education label, also an intellectual disability. His baseline was nothing. He was maybe writing 2 words. And by the end, he was able to put together 3-4 sentences, which might not sound like a lot, but for a student who was writing 2 or 3 words to then evolve to 3 or 4 sentences over the course of only a few weeks was pretty impressive. In research, we talk about generalization of skills. The principal said the student brought an essay that she had written explaining why the students should be able to listen to their iPods during class. And it was a persuasive essay the student had written, and the principal said she had a hard time arguing with it. Everything we want PD to be for teachers, SRSD Online is offering it in terms of making it easy, making it efficient, and making it a cost-effective approach in terms of their time to work with students. Through only using SRSD Online training, Lucy was able to learn the model, implement the model, and get strong effects with her students. If a science teacher can do it, then anybody can do it.